Welcome, everybody. I'm Julie Gilson, and I'm with stampinggala.com. You are going to love what I have in store for you today. I really love how these projects turned out, and I think you will too. I'm using the Poised Peony stamp set. It does not come with dies, but I used a number of different dies today to create these projects, and I'll show you as I go along. Secondly, the one of the sentiments comes from the Wild Fern set. I wanted to do a sympathy card, so I chose this sentiment right here. So I hope you like these projects. I am heating embossing today and watercoloring with water painters. So I've done that a number of times for you. So I hope that you enjoy them. Before I get started, though, I do have a couple announcements. First of all, I wanted to let you know that today is the last day to register for this class. I do have 3 options available. Option number 1 includes the whole class, including the bundle. And a roll of ribbon, as well as a full package of these embellishments, which, by the way, are in back order now, but I have all I need. And then option number 3 is just the PDF. And option number 4 actually is for my team members. They get all of my PDFs for free. So if you're interested in this class, please send me a message. I can send you a link, or you can go to my Facebook page, and there is a post on there as well. Next, I wanted to tell you I have the next Create a la carte ready, and let me show you what that looks like. I'm using the Thoughtful Journey bundle, and I really like how these projects turned out. So I have some in here that are suitable for women as well as the men in your life. Here's one that I think would be great for a man. And let me show you this. I chose to use different paper. And then I have a 3D project, which is really cool. It holds these really neat tea bags that I got at Home Goods. So you can get these at Home Goods or TJ Maxx. But anyway, I got those in there. This class will include this paper, which will give you plenty to make more or change the designs if you like, change the paper, a roll of ribbon, also some embellishments in gold foil paper. So it is a great deal. That is my Create a la carte. You can find that also on my blog at stampinggala.com under Create a la carte. All right, so I do have, I'll mention my memberships. That's going really strong. I'll mention that throughout the presentation today. So I want to get started. I'm going to show you what we have here. We have, of course, a sympathy card, which I think is just beautiful. I also have a birthday card. And of course, you can switch the sentiments on this for whatever you'd like. And then this adorable box holds one of the hand lotions from Bath and Body Works. So I think you'll like these projects tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I will have to do some die cutting with you. And I wanted to mention, if you didn't already know, Stampin' Up! Is having a sale this month on bundles and the Big Shot, so the die cutting machine. So if you want any bundles, they are normally 10% off, but they're adding another 10%. So you get 20% off your bundles this month and 10% off the die cutting machine. Okay. Anyway, so this is Pretty in Pink. It is 11 by 4 1/4, and I'm scoring at 5.5. I'm sorry. Let me grab my bone folder. All right. So then what do we have here? Let me pull this up. Okay, I have a piece of basic white, which is embossed with the distressed tile embossing folder. And I have a piece of silver foil. Now, normally I would cut something out of here, but I already did the cutting, so I don't need to do it this time. All right, so I'm going to put some glue on here, and I got lots of new glue, so I shouldn't have a problem. So we're going to put this down, and I will trim it off a tiny bit. So ladies, if you are new to my channel, please let us know so we can give you a warm welcome as well. So those of you that have joined my membership club for tutorials, I hope that you're enjoying them. The 3D one will come out next week, along with the next week's PDF. But I hope you like them. If you do, please put it in the chat what you thought of the first week. I have a disclosure that I will not show those projects anywhere. So I can't even show you. And I have to tell you, next week's are gorgeous. So we do have a new person here. Welcome. I'm assuming your name is Joy, maybe. Where are you from? Okay, so we have that. All right, so now we're going to do some stamping. And this is heat embossed. So we're going to use the Versamark. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Melissa. Okay, we're using the largest peony flower. Okay, so I'm going to just stamp this in the middle. I have a few team members in Arizona, around the Mesa area, and Phoenix and Taylor and Chandler. Okay, so I have that heated. Now, one of the tricks for heat embossing is to not overdo it. Once it turns silver, in this case, you want to keep going. Move your heat tool, because it will heat it and then melt it, and then it dulls it if you keep it there. Here it goes. It takes a few seconds to heat up. And by the way, some people ask me, well, will a hair dryer work? No, it won't. This gets really hot. Okay, that looks good. So see how shiny it is? That's the look you want. Okay, so we're going to be working with water painters. So I have two of them right here, only because then I don't have to clean them off. So I'm going to start off with Pretty in Pink. Okay. And I just squeeze the barrel just a little bit to get some water flowing, but you don't want a lot. So I'm just going to give this a really light wash of the light Pretty in Pink. Maybe a little darker than that. Yeah. Okay. And then I can go back and add some darker, but I'm choosing to take the Melon Mambo. Thanks, Carol. And I'm going to add some Melon Mambo to darken it up. And a little tip for you, if you're not sure what colors or a flower comes in, you can always Google it and say images of peonies, and they'll pop up, and you may help you, give you an idea on how to color it. Okay, see how pretty that is? Okay, now normally I would wash that off, but I'm just going to switch to the other one. And I'm using now Old Olive. And when you're watercoloring, you don't have to fill up the entire space with the color. Okay, let me add, I'm going to do a little bit, add some dark. Okay, that looks good. All right, now this set I had on my shelf for a little bit, but one of the ladies on my team asked me to come up with some projects for this. I have something on here. I can feel it's like glue, or let me see if I can get that. There it goes. So if there's a stamp set that you're having trouble with, just let me know. I'll see if I can do something with it. Okay, so I am using this die, and this is from the Garden Meadow set. You'll find this set on only an online exclusive, so you want to check it out there. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is just die cut this, and I like the oval frame around this. So I'm just going to go about right there, and I'm going to run it through the die cutting machine. Okay. Okay, so it looks like that now. I love how this looks. Okay, so we're going to bring the card back in, and this time I'm just going to put the dimensionals on. Now notice I have a strip of DSP under here, but I'm not going to put that on first. I'm going to put this on first, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to have to slide that DSP under here. So I want to make sure I don't put any dimensionals right there. Okay. So if you would like these make and takes that I'm showing tonight in the form of a kit, I create the kits and send them out. For anyone who purchases from my online store by Sunday, all you have to do is purchase $40 or more, and I'll send you these make and takes for free. Okay, so I want to make sure this is straight. And I think it needed to go over a tiny bit. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so then I have a strip of the DSP, which is going to slide right under here. But I wanted to position it correctly. Okay, so that looks good. So I can just put some glue on the back here. Yes, Debbie, I did use watercolor paper. Thanks for mentioning that. It is Fluid 100 watercolor paper. We used to carry another paper that was suitable, which was called Shimmery White, and they no longer carry that, and I just loved it. Okay, I'm going to bring this down a little bit because I don't want when I put the sentiment on, I don't want the leaves covered up. Okay, so that looks good, and I'm just going to push down to secure it. Okay, now I may need to do this one twice because the clearance on this, or the margin, is not very, very big. Okay, so we're going to stamp, and hopefully I'll get this straight. If not, I have another piece there. We'll see. We'll just see how good of a stamper I am, huh? Well, I don't like it. It's not bad, but I can do better. Okay, so I'm going to do it one more time. I'll do it on here, and I'll just trim it down. Seems like there's a little bit of fuzz on the S, and I don't like that. Let me try one more time. Okay, that's good. So we're going to heat this up, and I'll just trim it a little bit. When I was in Mexico, I had learned that sympathy cards are the #1 searched card on Google. Somebody had hired a SEO person, and that's what they told her. Okay, that looks good. And I'm just going to trim this just a little bit because it looks a little crooked to me. By the time I'm done trimming this, there won't be anything left. Oh, that's perfect. And I'm going to do it this way a little bit, and then I'm done. Yep. Look how good that looks. Okay. All right. So let me get this out of the way, and then I'm going to use one of our punches. If you don't have a punch, you can certainly just cut it with your scissors. So let me see if I can get this here. I may need to trim it just a little bit more. I'm going to trim it down just a tiny bit more. Okay, that should do it. Yep. Okay, so this is going to go on right here. All right. Of course, on dimensionals. Now, I started a membership program that I love doing it. And what I do is I create a card. I prepare a PDF for it and I don't put my name on the card. And anyone who, I do this every Monday, and it's just $5 for this membership. You get a PDF and an unbranded card that you can use for your business or your personal use. And it's all done for you. So it's really exciting. It's going really well. And that's only $5 a month. However, I do have a second level, which is $10 a month, and you get the same 4 projects every Monday, once every Monday. However, you also get once a month, you get a project that is a 3D card or 3D project or a fun fold card, which is a lot of fun as well. And that's only once a month, but you do also get a $25 coupon or $25 coupon. I'm not even saying that right. 25% off coupon to my PDF store for one item per month. So that's a really nice deal. All right, so we're going to put some ribbon on here. We're going to tie a ribbon and then do the inside. And where did my ribbon? Oh, here it goes. All right, and then this ribbon is the, let me see, silver and white, just sheer ribbon. Okay, I'm putting this on with a glue dot, and then we're just going to do the inside. Now the inside, I'm not using watercolor paper, so I am going to watercolor, but I'm going to be very careful on how I do it. Okay, so here is the outside of your card. I think it turned out really pretty. Let me know what you think. Okay, so on the inside, what I'm going to do is just take 2 pieces of basic white, and they're just 1/8 of an inch difference. And I'm going to take one of our little flowers from the set. I'm going to just stamp it right up here. Put some powder on here. How did I make that bow? I will show you again on the next card. And I do have a tutorial on YouTube on it. Thank you, Melody. Now, embossing comes out beautifully on basic white. However, like I said, you have to be very careful on the watercoloring. So I'm not even going to add any more. I'm just going to use what's on my brush. And if it's not enough, I can add. All right, so I'm just going to add a little bit of the darker shade, and I mean just a little bit. You can see I'm barely touching it. Look how pretty that is. All right. So I have a strip here of the DSP to tie it together. I'm just going to put it down below. You can see I'm just putting the glue on here. All right, we're going to put this down. All right, let me put this in the inside of the card. Oh, I'm glad. I like it when people try my designs. It's really awesome. Okay, so let me flip this open and put this in. All right, so here is your first. Let me show you the inside. Very cute. Here is the inside and outside of your first card. Now this one you can tell is a little bit darker, but I like it. All right, so there you go. There's that one. Now this one, I used a couple of different dies on here. The top one is from the Stylish Shapes. And then let me see. Let me get that out of the way. Also, I used this new one. It's called Round We Go, and I used this right here for the backing. And then I used a punch, a 1 3/4 inch punch for the silver. And this one is from Thoughtful Wishes, and this is the same set I used for my next Create a la carte. And I used this one right here. Okay. All right, so let me grab this stuff, and I'm going to show you a little trick I did with this. And I'm going to get this out of the way so it's not in the way. Okay. Let me also get this out of the way. Okay, so what we have here, I'm going to do some stamping, and I just kind of created a design. But first of all, let me pull the card base in. The card base is 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5 1/2. Let's fold this over and use the bone folder. Okay, then if you notice, this piece right here that I put down is quite large. Okay, so I didn't want to waste any silver foil paper. And if you notice, I have silver foil behind here. So see how it is behind here. So I cut it out of that, and nobody will ever know. Okay. All right, so we're going to take this piece right here and do the stamping first of all. And even though it has a few different stamps on it, I'm going to heat them one at a time so I make sure I don't overlap things. Okay, so we're going to ink this up, the first one, and this is going right here. And I may add a stamp on here too. LaSheila, this is the one you wanted me to do. All right, let me heat this first. Okay, so I'm just going to flip it around. I'm going to take the smaller peony. Happy birthday, Nicole. All right, so then this one, I am just going to pop in like right here. Now, some of it will be covered up. So, ooh, I got some overstamping on here. Let me do that again. Now, do you all have a little brush in your stash? If you don't, you really need one. Let me see if where mine is. Here I say, do you have one? And mine isn't handy. I'll just take this. Okay, that's good. We're going to heat this one up. Okay, and then if you notice, I have on here a little flower, but I'm going to add one here, and I think I'm going to add one like over here somewhere. Okay, maybe right there. It'll be pretty wherever we do it. I think I'll pull this down a little bit so it can be seen better. And this one, I think I'm going to pull right there. Okay, so we're almost done with all the stamping on this. Oops. Okay, let me heat this and then we can do some coloring. Now, it doesn't look like much right now because it's kind of looks like I have a mess going, but it will turn out pretty. And this is so easy to color up. It's real fast. Okay, so let's start. We'll start with the old olive. Okay. Just have to be careful around the flowers. Make sure you don't get some of the petals. I know I do that sometimes. Okay, one more right here. Okay, so all of the old olive is done. Now we're going to switch over to the pretty in pink. Let me get some more ink on here. Okay, and I'm just going to do a light wash, just like the other one. I hope you ladies are enjoying the Monday videos as well. I am going live on Mondays with just one card at 1 o'clock. Okay, so I'm going to switch now to the Melon Mambo. If you haven't figured this out, Melon Mambo is one of my favorite colors. These flowers remind me of my mom too. She had the prettiest peonies in our yard growing up. And I'll tell you what, I don't have a green thumb at all. My mom, she could grow anything and hardly did anything with it. I see I forgot a leaf there. I'll come back and pick it up. You know, Carolyn, I never had really good luck with chalk. I'll have to try that. Okay, so here we go. All right, kind of looks like a mess, doesn't it? But it won't for long. All right, so we're going to put that on right here. I just got 4 of these big geranium plants from my nephew for his son's Boy Scouts, a fundraiser. So anyway, they're almost dead already. I just got them. So it's a good thing I can watercolor flowers. Okay, need to trim this off just a little bit. I don't know why this was cut so crooked. I'll have to try that. Okay, so this is going to go right here on dimensionals. Okay. But also, I think that the chalks were on the clearance rack. If I'm not, I don't know if they're still available. Can anybody tell me that? Because I try not to use anything that's not available. Okay, so this is going to go on here. And you think you get it straight one way, and it's not. It goes crooked the other way. Okay. All right, and then I have some pieces here. So this is going to go just like that. And how I'm putting that on is with just some glue dots, because I want it kind of flowing, okay? Blonde glue dots. I'm just going to rip them off of here. I'll put one in the center, around the center anyway, and one on each side. You got to be careful with these two because they're delicate. You don't want to rip them. There. Okay, so we're going to put this on like this. Let me see, down a little bit. Okay. All right, and then we're going to do some stamping again. So this time, a birthday sentiment, best birthday wishes. Oh, good, Carolyn, thanks. Miss Sheila, thank you. I have a lot of my team members watching, and if you have thought about joining Stampin' Up, whether for a business or to just get the discount, I'd love to have you on my team. We have a wonderful team. Alrighty, so we're going to take this die and die cut this circle. So just make sure you have it centered well and that it doesn't move. So we have this. Oh my gosh, was that perfect or what? Okay, so what we're going to do is put glue on the back of this. I think you guys might be a little biased. And just center this on this circle, which I punched out with a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. And if you don't have that, you can just use something close. Okay, and then we're going to do dimensionals here. Oops. All right. And then finally, we're going to put some dimensionals behind it to add it to our card front. Okay, I like how that flower shows up there. All right, so let's get some more ribbon and tie a bow and add some embellishments. The details on card making, I think, make all the difference. And I placed my order for the new sneak peek and got some of the Christmas stuff so I can start working on my Christmas retreat. The retreat has sold out. However, I will be posting shortly about the class to go, the retreat to go, if anybody is interested. Okay, so this is going to go here. And my embellishments. Okay, so we're going to do one here. I love these little faceted gems. I'll tell you exactly the name of them. I never know the exact name. Iridescent faceted gems. Okay, look how pretty that is. I just love it. Yes, I did, Nicole. I did get the sled. Okay, so this time what we're going to do is we'll stamp. Let me see. How about if we stamp this flower up there? You know what? I think I'll just stamp it over here to be different. Did you get it, Nicole? And it was already shipped as well. So I'm excited. I can't wait to get it. Okay. So let's just take the old olive. Oh, it looks like I need some more. I got quite a bit. And when I was in Mexico, I saw some of the stuff and it was gorgeous. And you got the Halloween stuff too. I'm not a big Halloween person, but I know a lot of customers are. I got the whole green and gold one. I forgot the name of it, but it's so pretty. We saw that in Mexico. And also the melting snowman I got. How many of you finished the inside of your cards? I know a lot of demonstrators that do videos don't. And I wondered if that's something you're not interested in or what. Which one, Diane? Did you order the green and gold one? Is that the one you're talking about? Okay. Doesn't that look pretty on the side? Hey, Janet. I hope you're on tomorrow. Okay, we're going to, let me see. I'll add it right here. It's nice to decorate the envelope too. Might as well do the whole thing, right? I hope I did the right one here. I didn't check it. Yep, I did. I just love how that looks. Okay, we'll open this up and put this in, and then all we have to do is our last our 3D project. I'm going to run over to my cabinet and grab a hand lotion so I don't have to open that one. Here you go. Here is your second project. I'm curious, which card do you like better, the first or the second one? Let me go grab some hand lotion. I love the Nouveau glue. And look, it's peony, perfect peony. Isn't that cute? This is perfect for this. Okay, so now let me bring in the last project. Okay, so for the bottom, all it takes is a 6x6 sheet of paper. So what you're going to do is you're going to score it at 1 3/4, and then, you know, it's hard to see on here. 1 3/4, 2 3/4, and then 4 1/2. Wait a minute. You know what? Hold on one second. Let me fold it because I can't hardly see it. Anyway, these will be on my blog tomorrow. It's just hard to see with this pattern. But I'll tell you in just a second. Okay. So 1 3/4, 2 3/4, 4 1/2, and 5, and 5 1/2. Okay, 1 3/4, 2 3/4, 4 1/2, and 5 1/2. And then turn it and score at 1. Can't believe how hard it is to see. Okay. All right, so it's funny. I always like to see which one you like better. And the second one I struggled with. I liked the first one better. It's so funny. I didn't think anybody would like the second one. Then I just thought to myself, Julie, you know what? Every time you think that, then they like it. Okay, so on the bottom, I cut up to the intersecting score line. Okay, simple. All right, this is so simple. All you have to do is fold this over, this little tab. Oh, I'm going to cut it right here too. And just put glue on this tab. And all you have to do is fold it over, and it goes exactly where it needs to go. Okay, see? All right, so then this right here is the seam, which you can hardly see, so that becomes the back. We're going to push these down first, put a little bit of glue on both of those, and then fold the back towards the front, and then the front towards the back, because you want all the seams towards the back, the finishing seams. Okay, so we're just going to pop this down. Okay, and see how this will fit perfectly. Okay, all right, so then for the top, this is 4 3/8 by 3 5/8, and it's scored at 1 1/4 on all sides. So let's just fold on the score lines. Ladies, don't forget, if you want the Mediterranean Blooms class to go, tonight is the cutoff for it. Okay, so what we're going to do is just trim up on the inside of the score line here, because we don't like those score lines, that bumpiness. Same here on the inside. On the inside and on the inside. Okay, and then what I like to do with this one is just cut this little score line out. So it's out of here, just like that. So basically I'm cutting on both sides of the score line, just trimming it right out of there. As soon as I get those the new stamp sets, I'm going to start working on the retreat, because Cindy, who is my assistant, her son is getting married in the week before our retreat. So I got to be prepared. So the sooner I get things done, the better. Okay, now I'm just cutting these on an angle, and I'll show you when I'm done how it's going to look. Okay. Okay, it looks like that. So I'm just going to put some glue on all of the little triangles on the corners. So we're just going to fold this in and hold it. Same thing here. Fold it in and hold it. Okay, so this is perfect. All right, so we're going to just put this on just like that. Okay, so I'm going to tie the bow on here now. Oh, look, I'm running out of ribbon, but I have plenty of this. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down to make it easier. And I want the bow to fall in front. Okay, so I'm going to bring it forward and make the connection here in front where I tie this. Okay. I don't want it on top of the box this time because I want the tag hanging down. All right, so we're gonna trim this off. Always cut your ribbon on an angle, never straight across. So far, so good. I did die cut a silver one of these, and this is from the, let me see the name of this, Something Fancy Dies right here. And there's 2 different sizes of these. Okay, so we're going to stamp one more time. Oops. If anybody needs to see the Mediterranean class again to go, let me know and I can show you at the end. Or if you want to see the new Create a la carte class. Okay, so we're almost done here. Okay. All right. So now we're going to take the die and place it on here. I should have moved this down a little bit, but oh well. It'll be hidden by the ribbon, so. So I just need to die cut this. And it looks like I didn't heat this all the way, so I'll show you in just a second. Right here, can you see it kind of looks dull? I'm going to heat that one more time. See if I can get it to pop up a little bit more. Yep, much better. Okay. So I'm going to pop a hole in both of these. And you can use any hole punch that you have. This ribbon can be found on online exclusives as well. All right, so we're going to cut enough off because we're going to tie a bow as well. Okay, so this might be a little bit difficult to get through. I'm going through the back. Let me cut them on an angle. Okay, and then the one with the design on it, or the image. Okay, so you want to make sure that the pieces are even. And we're just going to come around and hook it together, just like that. Okay, and separate them a little bit. Bring this back in. And we might as well add the gemstone right now. I just have, actually I have two of them on here. I'll put one right here, a larger one, and then a smaller one here. And I like how these ribbons go really nicely together. See what I mean? That looks like a package, a little gift in itself. Isn't that pretty? Who wouldn't want to receive that? So here are your projects for today. Remember, if you would like these sent to your home, all you have to do is place an order by Sunday using this host code, and I'll send you these kits so you can make them for yourself at home. So thank you so much for watching tonight. I really appreciate the time that you spend with me and allowing me to share with you what I love, and also the opportunity to earn your business. Thank you so much and have a great night. Bye-bye.